Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
With nearly 10,000 people infected with the coronavirus, tonight the U.S. issuing its strongest warning yet to keep Americans from visiting China.
A big shakeup with Aretha Franklin's estate. Who's out as executor and why?
And the president comes to Warren and drops a surprise, and it's something Macomb County has been pursuing for years. At his visit to Dana Corporation, President Trump was in town to pitch the benefits of the replacement for NAFTA, but then started talking all things Michigan.
Including an overhaul of the Sioux Locks, money to prevent Asian carp in our Great Lakes, and then the F-35 fighter jet. Mara McDonald is live at Selfridge Air National Guard Base tonight. Mara, that is music to a lot of ears out there.
Oh, Kimberly, you know, Macomb County government and this base have been pursuing trying to get that F-35 for years. It would secure Selfridge's future. Take a listen.
And that's why we're giving strong consideration to deploying some of our mighty F-35s to Selfridge Air National Guard Base.
When the president uttered these words,
So Selfridge, you're going to see a lot of very fast planes. Actually, they're totally stealth. So maybe you won't see them come in.
it was whiplash time all over Macomb County.
Immediately I smiled. I mean, it's like, you know, one of those things like E.F. Hutton's talking kind of moves, you know, and I sat back and I was thinking, did he just say that?
Mark Hackle put out the full court press to get the F-35 to relocate to Selfridge throughout 2017. Ultimately, the feds decided to put it in Alabama and Wisconsin. But now, Wisconsin appears to not want the plane and be out of the mix. And Macomb is in.
What a great opportunity for the president to make them happy out in Wisconsin by saying, well, then fine, I'll take care of that. You don't need it. But in Macomb County, they're welcomed with open arms, and the state of Michigan is welcoming with open arms.
Congressman Jack Bergman was on Air Force One with the president, along with the rest of Michigan's congressional Republicans today, pushing for the plane to come here.
So I was able to give them a few tidbits on not only the value to the to Michigan of the F-35 in particular, but the actual location of the base at Selfridge that allows us to, number one, train, because we've got all the open water out there. We reduce our training costs. We increase our training efficiency.
Back here live, that F-35 to Selfridge was not the only Macomb-centric thing the president talked about. He made a special mention of Macomb's Iraqi Christian or Chaldean community and talked about how it is possible to consider extending the stays of those Chaldeans who may be facing deportation. We're live at Selfridge tonight. I'm Mara McDonald. Back to you.
Okay, Mara, thank you. We do have some breaking news out of Washington, D.C. connected to the coronavirus outbreak. The U.S. State Department has issued an advisory warning Americans not to travel to China due to the coronavirus. The State Department also saying those currently in China should consider leaving. China has also released the latest numbers with more than 9,600 confirmed cases and the death toll rising to 213 people. And earlier today, the World Health Organization declared coronavirus a global health emergency.
Citing a rift in the family, tonight the niece of Aretha Franklin is stepping down as executor of the late singer's estate. Victor Williams is live tonight with the letter that details a lot of the family turmoil that led to this decision. Victor?
Yeah, absolutely. After so much family drama, Aretha Franklin's niece is officially stepping down as the personal representative of her estate.
Aretha Franklin's niece, Sabrina Owens, has handled business for the late singer's estate ever since Franklin's death back in 2018. Tonight, she's resigning after multiple legal battles within the family about who has control over the Franklin legacy, i.e. her music and film adaptations about the singer's life. Owens revealed the resignation via a letter sent out to the family stating that the drama is not what the Queen of Soul would have wanted for her loved ones left behind. And with this new announcement, it's believed that others will go after the Franklin empire, including Franklin's youngest son, 49-year-old Calf Franklin. Much of the confusion stems from the fact that there were multiple handwritten wills penned by the late singer, creating animosity within the family about who gets what.
Now, Owens will hold that position at least for the next 2 weeks. As far as who her successor is going to be, we'll just have to see what happens. Reporting live tonight, Victor Williams, Local 4.
Okay, Victor. Senators used the second and final day of questions in the impeachment trial to try to sway some colleagues who remain undecided on a key topic. An upcoming vote on witnesses and documents will determine whether the trial keeps going or moves toward President Trump's acquittal. Earlier this week, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell indicated that Republicans did not have the votes needed to block witnesses. But just into the newsroom, Republican Senator Susan Collins says she will vote to allow witnesses, while another key swing vote, Senator Lamar Alexander, says he will vote no on witnesses, joining with the majority of Republican senators.
They shouldn't need any more. If that's the case that they brought to us, I think it's time to vote. I'm ready to vote.
Let's have a reasonable accommodation here. And a reasonable accommodation would be, we'll take 1 week, you'll continue with the business in the Senate, we'll do the depositions, and then we'll come back and we'll present to you what the witnesses had to say in those depositions.
And after another late night in Washington, tomorrow the Senate is expected to vote on whether to allow witnesses in the trial. The owner of a local gas station is left cleaning up after an overnight smash and grab. The suspects used a stolen pickup truck to get through the front doors with their eyes on the ATM inside.
That was the second attempt by these guys to get in, and they caused a lot of damage. And while smashing through those doors, by the way, the suspects came dangerously close to hitting a propane tank. And after all that work, they would leave empty-handed.
One day after she unveiled her plan to fix the roads, a state panel is giving Governor Gretchen Whitmer the green light to borrow $3.5 billion. The money will almost double current spending on state road and bridge construction over the next 5 years. The bonding plan was unanimously approved by the State Transportation Commission. It will allow for 73 new projects in high traffic areas and enable the state to convert other planned projects to reconstruction rather than just resurfacing. Still ahead, it was a story that drew headlines late last year.
Hidden cameras found inside a popular hotel chain. Who's now facing federal charges for putting them there?
And he's known as the Scream Bandit, the businesses he keeps targeting and why he's been so hard to catch. Hi, Ben.
Kimberly, we are still expecting snow over the weekend, but those shots are slimmer. We'll show you how much we're expecting. Best chance of sun not till next week, so your sunglasses still have time to get out of hiding, and the rain and snow really coming back middle of next week. We'll look at all of that next.
He survived a double lung transplant after vaping destroyed his lungs. Now, Daniel worries about so many others who are still doing it.
And some people are just like, they just don't think it'll happen to them. Like they think they're invincible, which I think I had feelings like that too.
And you would tell them now what? The struggle to get so many to kick the habit even after seeing what happened to him, and that includes his own house, coming up.
Help Me Hank is committed to defending the environment, and he continues to dig deeper on his toxic ooze investigation.
Somebody needs to be held responsible for the lack of work that was done. Violation after violation, yet nothing is done until ooze is coming out of the building in 2019.
Yep, completely agree.
Right now, crews working on cleaning up this mess.
We've removed 11,000 gallons of contaminants so far.
Local 4 and Click on Detroit, uncovering the stories, fighting for change, getting answers.